Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Saham Ampatuan and I'm one of the reporters of Group 5. And our topic is all about the sexual self. So what is the sexual self? Obviously, from the word sexuality is about your sexual feelings, thoughts, attractions, and behaviors towards other people. You can find other people physically, sexually, or emotionally attractive, and all those things are a part of your sexuality. And sexuality is a personal thing. It's about how you express yourself, who you're attracted to, and what feels good to you. So it's important to understand it so you can make the right decisions. And also, in sexual self, there is gender roles. So, ang gender roles ay ang societal expectations of how men and women should behave. And it can also impact an individual's understanding of their own gender identity. Now, moving to sexual orientation. Ano naman ang sexual orientation? Describes a person's enduring physical, romantic, or emotional attraction to others. So, eto na yung various identities, including the heterosexual. Heterosexual, in other term, is straight, attracted mostly to people of the opposite sex or gender. Next is the homosexual, or in other term, is gay. Ito naman yung attracted siya sa same gender niya. Na familiar naman tayo na gay, obviously, bakla, nagkakagusto siya sa kapwa niya lalaki rin. Sunod naman is lesbian. This refers to women. So, eto naman, ang lesbian or in Tagalog, tomboy, nagkakagusto na naman siya sa kapwa niya babae. While ang bisexual is attracted to both men and women. Next is pansexual. Pansexual is the romantic and sexual partners of any gender or sexual identity. Polysexual, attracted to romantic and sexual partners of many but not all genders or sexual identities. And last is asexual. Ang asexual is, eto na yung hindi siya nakaka-experience ng sexual attractiveness or does not desire to act on sexual attraction. Some people also choose the labels queer or fluid as a way of expressing themselves by their own personal feelings. That's all.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to each and every one of you. Today, we're going to embark on a journey of self-discovery, exploring the complex and personal process of understanding our own sexuality. The unfolding of sexual self. It is a complex and personal journey that varies greatly from individual to individual. It's a process of discovery, of exploration, and understanding one's own sexuality, desires, and values. So here's a glimpse into some of the key aspects. First is the early stages. Childhood curiosity, natural exploration, learning about gender differences. So as a children, we naturally explore our bodies and learn about differences between gender. This exploration is often innocent and driven by curiosity. For example is, think back to your childhood. Maybe you played dress up kasama ang iyong mga kaibigan or you were curious about the differences between girls and boys. This early exploration is natural ito at tumutukoy sa atin sa nasimulan na maunawaan ang ating bodies at the world around us. Next, puberty. Physical changes, increased awareness of sexuality. So this means it brings significant physical changes leading to increased awareness of our bodies and sexual feelings. Socialization, society's influence on self-perception. So, however, societal messages about genders, sexuality at relationship na nagsisimulang ma-influence sa kung paano natin makikita ang ating self at ang ating places sa mundo. So next is about adolescence and young adulthood. Exploring identity, questioning, experimenting, forming a sense of self. So this is the time to figure out what feels right and authentic. For example is, during adolescence, we start to grapple sa mga katanungan about who we are attracted to, what kind of relationship we want, and how we express our self-sexuality. Developing relationship, learning about intimacy, boundaries, and consent. So this time, we begin to navigate the romantic, intimate relationships, natututo tungkol sa intimacy, mga hangganan at pahintulot. Sexuality and values, defining personal beliefs and ethics. We also start developing our personal na pag-unawa sa mga important paniniwala at ethics sa sexuality. So next naman is the continuing the journey. Lifelong learning, new experiences, challenges, and insights. Halimbawa nito is sexuality doesn't stop at a certain age. So habang tumatanda tayo, maaari tayong makatagpo ng mga bagong experience, relationship, at mga challenges that shape our understanding ourselves. Acceptance and self-love. Embracing one's sexuality regardless of societal norms. So, ang pagtanggap sa ating self-sexuality and to accept ourselves for who we really are and sa mga anumang pantayan ng lipunan ay mahalaga to love our own self and to accept ourselves. Lastly is healthy communication, open dialogue with partners and loved ones. So, open and honest communication about sexuality with partners and loved ones ay mahalaga para sa pagbuo ng malusog at happy relationship. That's all, and thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahima S. Mayun from the Group 5. So my topic for today is about the development of gender identity. Gender identity refers to a person internal their own gender which may be different from the sex assigned at birth. Its development is influenced by a combination of biological, social, and psychological factors. So, sa madaling salita, ang gender of identity ay ang personal na pag-unawa at pagdiramdam ng isang tao tungkol sa kanilang gender na maaaring hindi tumugma sa kanilang physical na kasarian nung sila'y pinanganak. At ang pagbuo ng gender identity ay naapektuhan ng iba't ibang uri tulad ng biological, social, and psychological factors. So, ang biological ay ang mga genes at hormonal change na maaaring makaapekto kung paano nila tignan ang kanilang sarili. And social is, ito yung na-influence sa kanilang pamilya, kultura, at lipunan kung ano ba dapat ang pag-uugali ng isang babae or lalaki. And psychological is ito yung mga taong nabubuli nung sila'y bata pa, at ito'y nakakaapekto kung paano nila tignan ang kanilang sarili. So, early childhood. Children start to express gender identity as early as age 2 or 3, often through play, preference, and behavior. They begin to label themselves as a boy or girl. Ang mga batay nagsisimulang ipahayag ang kanilang pagkakakilanlan sa kanilang kasarian sa pamagitan ng paglalaro, mga kagustuhan at pag-uugali. At doon natin, sa kanilang action is doon natin nalalaman yung kanilang gender. So the second one is the middle childhood. Around age 6 to 12, children's understanding of gender becomes more complex. They might question traditional gender roles and stereotypes. So, sa edad na 6 to 12, ang mga batay nagsisimulang intindihin at alamin kung ano nga ba ang gender identity sa pamagitan ng mga tanong sa kanilang traditional gender roles na maaari silang sumunod kung ano ang nakasulat sa kanilang tradisyon. So, the third one, adolescence. Teenagers may explore their gender expression and may start to seek more clarity and about their identity. So, kapag nasa pagbibinata ka na is, ito yung, mga, is mas makikilala at mas malinaw na sa'yo kung ano ang gender identity. Dahil ang mga binata or dalaga is dito nagsisimulang ipahayag ang kanilang pagkakilanlan sa kanilang kasarian. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun is dito nag-explore kung sila ba'y tunay na dalaga or binata. So the last one, adulthood. For some, gender identity may involve further into adulthood. People may choose to transition, which can involve changing their name, pronoun, and or undergoing medical treatments to change their physical appearance with gender identity. So sa pagpasok mo ng adulthood is ito na yung mga taong gusto magpabago ng kanilang kasarian dahil yun ang gusto nilang pagkilala sa kanilang identity or pagkilanlan.
Sexuality without responsibility. Sexual responsibility is all about making personal choice to have safe and more secure sex, a notation that most millennials lack. Be sexual active, being well informed of your sexual identity and personal sexuality. It includes effectively communicating with your chosen sexual partner and receiving mutual consent for engagement. A sexual responsibility. Ang sexual na responsibility ay tungkol sa paggawa ng mga personal pagpipilian upang magkaroon ng mas ligtas na pagkikipagtalik. Isang paniwala na kulang sa karamihan ng mga millennial, ang sexual na responsibilidad ay binubuo o naunawaan ang pagpili ng gagawin mo upang maging aktibo sa sexual. Ang pagiging mahusay na kaalaman ay itong sexual na pagkakailanlan at personal na sekwalidad, kabilang dito ang epektibong pakikipag-ugnayan. Sa iyong napiling kasunsyong sekwal at pagtanggap ng mutual na paghintulot para sa pagkikipag-ugnayan. Ang sexuality is about your sexual feelings, touch, attraction, and behavior toward other people. Karamihan sa mga tao ay naakit sa opposite sex, mga lalaki na gusto ng mga babae at mga babae na gusto ng mga lalaki. Halimbawa, ang mga tao ito ay heterosexual o strange. Kasama sa mga orientation, sexual ang pagkla, lesbian, strange, bisexual at asexual. Ang responsibility not to use violence or violate others. You have a responsibility to ensure that your sexuality does not lead to unwanted pregnancy. You have a responsibility to protect that from being infected with an mayroon kang responsibilidad na huwag gumamit ng karahasan o lumabag sa iba. Mayroon kang responsibilidad na tiyakin na ang iyong sekwalidad ay hindi hahantong sa mga hindi gustong pagbubuntis. Mayroon kang responsibilidad na protektahan ang iba. Yun lang po, and thank you.